Shalom, Israel, shalom, shalom. Hey, first and foremost, I want to give all praise to the Most High, Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh, which is the true God of the nation of Israel. And this video right here, I'm going to be talking about is Easter. 'Cause, Easter coming up tomorrow. A lot of people getting ready for Easter. They getting their Easter eggs, painting their Easter eggs, hiding Easter eggs for the kids, getting their bunny suits ready to put on for the kids. But a lot of people don't know that Easter is a pagan holiday, just like the rest of these holidays. You got Christmas, Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day, Halloween, Easter. Just part of Easter. Easter the same as them. They try to separate Easter, talking about it's for the resurrection of Christ. Easter the same. Easter don't have nothing to do with the Bible. There's nowhere in the Bible that you can find Easter in the Bible. Don't know. There's nowhere in the Bible that you can find a rabbit laying eggs in the Bible. Rabbits don't even lay eggs. Ain't that kind of odd to you? They use a rabbit laying eggs for Easter, but a rabbit don't even lay eggs in real, or a bunny don't even lay eggs in real life. A bunny don't even lay eggs in real life, but they got that. They portraying that to the kids, messing with the kids' head, and the kids probably thinking bunnies lay eggs, but bunnies don't even lay eggs. But you gonna come to realize that Easter is a pagan holiday. It had nothing to do with Christ. It had nothing to do with the Bible. Easter has something to do with this statue right here named Ishtar. And it says Easter was originally the celebration of Ishtar, the Assyrian and Babylonian goddess of fertility and sex. So this when you celebrate Easter, you celebrating this day for this Salaki, you celebrating the day for this statue right here, Ishtar, which was a goddess of fertility and sex. This what you got your kids celebrating, the goddess of fertility and sex. And it says her symbols like the egg and the bunny. So her symbols were the egg and the bunny. That's what they get. That what they use it for Easter. You had the egg and the bunny. And they said her symbol like the egg and the bunny were and still are fertility and sex symbol. They still are fertility and sex symbol to this day. You can't change it and say, oh, it means something else. It still means fertility and sex. Or did you actually think eggs and bunnies had anything to do with the resurrection after Constantine decided to Christianize the empire? Easter was changed to represent Jesus. But at its roots, Easter, which is how to pronounce Ishtar, is all about celebrating fertility and sex. So they tried to Christianize Easter. Feel what I'm saying? They try to Christianize. It's all this wickedness behind it. They're gonna try to Christianize it. That's why I say, but as its roots, when it says, but as its root, meaning how it started. Just because you change the name of something don't mean you change the meaning behind it. So when you celebrate Easter, it still means you celebrating this statue Ishtar, which is not real. The Assyrians and Babylonians, they had to make fake gods like this because they didn't have a real God to worship. So they made fake gods to celebrate, and they made days for that God they made. You feel what I'm saying? So they didn't have no real God to celebrate. Um, it says the coloring of your eggs. All right, so you know how a lot of people color their eggs, right? They color their eggs red, talking about it's for the blood of Christ. So they color their eggs red for the blood of Christ. But it's the real meaning behind it. They're not gonna tell you the real meaning, so you gotta do your research. The real meaning behind why they color the eggs. Check this out. They use blood instead of red paint. They did it in blood. The coloring The coloring of your egg, the coloring of your Easter eggs come from Babylon, where they sacrifice babies and dip eggs in their blood. So they sacrifice babies and dip the eggs in the baby blood. So that's where they get the painting of Christ. That's why they paint the eggs red. They think it's for blood of Christ, but it's really blood sacrifice. So you doing stuff you don't even know the meaning behind it. They offer them up to fertility and goddess Ishtar. So they did the blood. I mean, they did the egg in blood. They sacrificed it up to the fertility goddess. But they offered it up to sacrificed it up to the fertility goddess Ishtar, which is the that statue I just showed you. That's the meaning behind Easter. That's the real meaning behind Easter. And it says sex fertility, which may explain the eggs. Hold up. Sex and fertility, which may explain the eggs of fertility we see Today Easter time. The truth is that these Easter festivals were initiated long before the birth, death, and resurrection of Yahweh Shai Messiah. Ishtar. Salakia. Ishtar was worshipped as the moon goddess, the goddess of spring and fertility. She is known by so many other names in other countries and cultures that she often referred to as the goddess of 1,000 names. So Easter comes from this goddess named Ishtar that that was not a real god. It was a statue that the Babylonians celebrated and her day on Easter. So Easter is pagan as well. And hold up, let me see if Easter often culture as that she often referred to as the goddess of 1,000 names. Worship as the moon goddess. So she was a moon goddess, the goddess of spring and fertility. But she wasn't real. She wasn't a real goddess. So when you celebrate Easter, you celebrate the day of Ishtar. And Ishtar was not a real god. So that's Easter come from. So hope the video changed your mind. Hope you just forget about what. Hope you just take your egg back to the stove. Take your bunny suit back to the stove. Cause in the day, it is paganism. It is not celebrating the birth of Christ or the resurrection of Christ. Uh, so that's my video. I want to give all praise to the Most High Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai for allowing me to make this video. And that's it. Shalom.